Welcome to the Speak Uneasy, a safe space where cancel culture does not exist because we are in a different prohibition era.
You're very exceptionary. No dictionary can define what's genuinely indescribable. Very exceptionary. No ordinary phrase can capture you. Now some might say that you're tremendous. You are so much more stupendous, so magnificent, so magnanimous. If we voted, it'd be unanimous. Very exceptionary. This temporary phrase we'll have to do. It's true for my very exceptionary you. Exceptionary. No dictionary can define what's genuinely indescribable. Very exceptionary. Some might say that you're tremendous. You are so much more stupendous, so magnificent, so magnanimous. If we voted, it'd be unanimous. Very exceptionary. This temporary phrase will have to do, it's true, for my very exceptionary, for my very exceptionary you.
Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be in the world. Welcome again to another episode of This Is News with your host, the bartender. So before I go any further, let's read the random read for the day. Today's random read comes from, surprisingly, my 10-year-old daughter picked this. Revelation chapter 14, verses 14 through 20. The ripe harvest. And I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat, like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle, and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of God. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of it, of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. What a read, man. Once again, this random read came from the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verses 14 through 20. The ripe harvest. Yes, sirree. Is it just me, or does anybody out there have the feeling of things actually changing here on this world? And it seems to be moving really fast. Well, I've been feeling like that lately, and because I've been feeling like that, I've been praying a lot more often, and I've been speaking to God a lot more often. So, I really hope that people get right with God, man. I really do. Anyhow, unfortunately, our co-host won't be able to make it tonight. Something came up for him, so I'll be running the show solo today. And for tonight's cocktail, there is no cocktail, but I am having a double. I'm having a double of some Basil Hayden bourbon, Kentucky bourbon. Neat, of course. That's the only way I drink bourbon or whiskey or scotch is neat, unless I'm making a cocktail. But, I never put ice, or I never water it down with water. I like drinking it to its full flavor to appreciate the aging process of the spirit that's being produced, so to say. Sea Dragon says a typhoon passed by, off and on rain here. You know what, brother? We had on and off rain here in Texas, but it was thunder and lightning storms with heavy showers when it rained. It was not pitter patter light stuff. It was showers, actual showers that came through. And man, I tell you, when things hit all at the same time, they sure do. Because now we've discovered, well, actually it's not now, but we've noticed that we've had this leak on our ceiling. And you know, it's just other things that are happening that are just coming in. But at the same time, you know, other things are happening in a good way. So I'm not too worried about that part. But anyhow, life goes on. We live on. I try to catch more gigs to pay for whatever needs to be repaired. So here's to everybody out there. Thank you again for coming by the bar and hanging out with the bartender. Here's to today. And I don't know. I don't know what else to toast to, but here's to today. Cheers. That is, I've had this before, and it's quite sweet. It's a quite sweet bourbon. And not to mention, I ate some cheese earlier. I would never got into the whole fancy cheese stuff, but I went to the grocery store a couple days ago, and out of curiosity, I said to myself, yeah, you know what? What's this cheese thing about? So I got me some truffle Gouda from HEB here in Texas, and it's pretty good, man. You know, just never had cheese before. Just was never an aficionado of that, but it tasted good. It was quite good. Let's see. I have really nothing else to talk about as far as like what's going. Actually, I do. Actually, yes, I do. I do have something to talk about before we get into the articles of the day. So, I just learned how to make videos, which is exciting for me. And I've been praying to the great Lord in heaven to give me inspiration to create videos. And now that I know the basics of at least creating a picture collage, I was on this yesterday and today making a video. So I was busy making the video, the intro video for the Sunday show. And on top of that, I've already produced a song for that intro, for the video, and I put them together. So, it may require some touch-ups. It may require some other eyes to look at before I actually put it on the new show. I'm pretty proud of myself, man. Like, a guy at 46 learning these new stuff and having an excitement to actually make it is it's a fun thing. So, if I'm able to not dig, but if I'm able to learn more of how to create videos, man, I'll be making videos for the channel. So I'm really looking forward to that. And God bless my, our Father up in heaven. I'm very grateful for it because he actually gave me the drive for this. I've been asking God for, like, could you give me some kind of motivational thing to try to make videos or learn how to make videos. And now that I started dabbling into it, man, I'm so excited to be I'm going to be making some videos, and I'm very, very excited to do them. And that also drives me to produce more music to put with the videos, and it should be a fun time. Yeah, this bar is going to get a big overhaul. I can tell you that right now. This bar is going to get a big overhaul with the intro, possibly the intro music, and while we're at it, the logo might be changed too. So, I'm really looking at making a full-on change to the bar. But you'll still get the same personality here, which is me. So that's exciting. I'm very excited for that. And hopefully, if things go well these next few days with the video and the music, then I will be able to share that with everybody. And hopefully, everybody will enjoy the intro music and video. And possibly I can make an outro as well. And a commercial for the merch store that I have. So, I think that's all I can share with you guys as far as stuff that's not regarding This Is News. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start on the first article for tonight. And I apologize that, if you were expecting Mr. C to be here, he had matters to attend to, could not make it, but nonetheless, I can carry the show solo cholo. Anyhow. Look at that beautiful cloud. Look at the scenery on that, man. So beautiful. But now we got to go to this. And let me just extend that out there so everybody else can see. All right, so our first article for tonight comes from the Western Journal. This one was published on September 8th. Wait. September 8th? That's tomorrow. How could this be? I mean, you guys see it for yourselves. It says September 8th, unless this is somewhere like in, I don't know, somewhere on the other side of the world that's already the 8th. Very strange. Anyhow, let's go ahead and press on here. So this article, okay, there you go, September 7th, rather. This article was done by Randy DeSoto. Article reads, embalmers baffled after finding numerous long fibrous clots inside corpses. Something isn't right here. I bet you're right about something not being right. And I almost can guarantee that this has to, just a hypothesis, just an estimated guess here, that possibly could it be because of the jabs? Well, let's go ahead and dig in and see what this whole commotion is about the clots inside the corpses. Several embalmers across the United States reportedly have been noticing a strange phenomenon that started sometime after the Charlie Victor 19 pandemic hit of seeing long, fibrous and ruby clots inside the corpses they prepare. The cause of the clots is not known. Some embalmers told the Epoch Times they believe it might be related to the Charlie Victor 19 jabs, I would say. While other experts, I have to watch what I say because I'm back on Yankee Tango and other platforms that I have to watch what I say because, we're just playing word games here at this point so I can save myself from not getting banned. I already got I think it's 1 or 2 strikes from YouTube. And I can't afford to get another one or else I'm out, Fix this mic real quick. Okay. The cause of the clots is not known. Some embalmers told the Epoch Times they believe it might be related to the Charlie Victor 19 jabs, while other experts suggested it might be the result of the disease itself or something else entirely. Richard Hirschman, a licensed funeral director and embalmer in Alabama, told the Times he has been in the trade since 2001. Wow, 21 years. 21 years being an embalmer, being a mortician, I guess you could say. Prior to 2020, 2021, we probably would see somewhere between 5 to 10% of the bodies that we embalm having blood clots, Hirschman said. But now 50 to 70% of the bodies have them. Well, be prepared to see more. Be prepared to see more because a lot of people have gotten that thing. The Times talked with several other embalmers who reported the same thing. Ooh, what's in those vials? Oh. Let's see. This is a Twitter feed from the Epoch Times Australia. Numerous embalmers have confirmed to the Epoch Times that they have been seeing strange clots starting from either 2020 or 2021. It's not yet known if the cause of the new clot phenomenon is hashtag Charlie Victor 19 jabs both or something different. Embalmers have been finding numerous long fibrous clots that, Several embalmers across the country have been observing many large and sometimes very long fibrous and rubbery clots inside. And I'm not going to open that up. We should be expecting this, It shouldn't be a surprise. It really should not be a surprise. The whole thing was experimental, and still people willingly wanted to be the guinea pig for that, And unfortunately, I do know people that have taken the jab, and my mom is one of them too. And there's only so much you can tell them. Ultimately, they make that choice for themselves, and hopefully they take everything that comes with that choice without complaining. Larry Mills is a licensed embalmer in Alabama who has been in the funeral business since Wow. You've had your share of dead bodies, 1968. We as embalmers are seeing some strange clots since the Charlie Victor outbreak. These clots are very rubbery feeling and very long as they exit the veins that we use during the embalming procedure. They really appear to be like earthworms. I have never seen this in my career until now, Mills told the Times. Mike Adams, who runs an ISO 17025 accredited lab in Texas, analyzed the clot's composition. We have tested one of the clots from embalmer Richard Hirschman via ICP/MS. Also tested side by side live human blood from an unjabbed person, Adams told the Times. What he found is the clots significantly lack the iron, potassium, magnesium, and zinc that are found in blood. Pretty much everything that the blood needs to sustain to live, right, in your body, or to do what it's supposed to do in your body, mainly to transport oxygen to the body parts that need it, which suggested to him they might be formed by something other than blood. The string-like structures differ in size, but the longest can be as long as a human. What? Man, this is like tapeworm, dude. As long as a human leg, and the thickest can be as thick and pinky finger, the Times reported. This is sounding like almost like a tapeworm, man. That's gross, if you ask me. Cardiologist Dr. Wade Hamilton told the outlet, the fact that the magnesium, potassium, and iron are very low in the samples could suggest that they are not the usual post-mortem clot, that in fact there was no blood flow in these vessels. I mean, duh. they're blood clots, which means the blood can't pass through whatever, the area that's being blocked by these clots. It's common sense. I mean, at that point, it's just a little bit of common sense, right? Just saying. These structures raise, but do not totally but do not totally answer some interesting questions. Hirschman thinks the cause of the blood clots may be the Charlie Victor jabs. Look at that, man. I mean, somebody who has some sense could have told you that. It was experimental. And I don't understand people wanted to rush and get these things in their body. Why? Wouldn't it be more like, wouldn't it be common sense to see what happens as far as like side effects go before you even put something like that in your body? I don't know, man. I don't know. The intelligence level of a lot of people it's gone. The thing that they call common sense is not so common these days. It's really not. It's probably like a skill. It's a talent. It's a talent to have some sense. You can't call it common anymore because it ain't common anymore. So I would just say calling it sense. That takes talent to have, or it's the influence of great parents maybe, or just thinking simply. People have gone so out of their way to be so sophisticated that they forget the simplest things in life, which makes them so stupid. Makes them more stupid than what they think they believe. I don't know. I really don't know, man. Too caught up wanting to be different. Too caught up wanting to be sophisticated. Well, sometimes just living simply and thinking simply is the best thing to do. Anyhow. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Here we go. He appointed the sudden deaths of people, including young athletes who otherwise appeared in good health. And this is weird because I've noticed these stories that NPC, I see a lot of his. I subscribe to him on YouTube, and I noticed that he's on my recommendation stuff, and I noticed that he's been doing a lot of stories about young people or athletes that just suddenly drop, or entertainers that just suddenly drop, and they're not even old. They're not even old. Oh boy, man. And I really, when it's something like this, I really don't want to be the person to say I told you so, because I've talked to old coworkers in my past job about what they would consider conspiracy stuff, and when the whole thing hit, some of my really good friends came to me and said, "Man, you were right." And I was like, I didn't want to be right, man. Like I just happened to pay attention to all these moves going on around the world, and it's foreseeable if you pay attention. So I even gave a warning about the jabs, and who knows what happens, man? Because I don't know, people would tend to pick a lot the most convenient thing to do, which is in the old line of work that I used to, I think they mandated it. I'm not sure. I think they did. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But it was definitely one of the biggest reasons why I had left. It was either take that or get the mandatory testing. And I'm like, no, man. I didn't even want to do that. I don't want to put that thing up my nose or whatever. So I opted to do, I did one testing, which was the saliva test. And even I've heard that that's not even an accurate test, at least for the Charlie Victor, which is, it's stupid. I don't want to be playing charades, dude. Especially when it comes to charades of my life. I have no time to play charades for my life. Hence me having this relationship with God to begin with. I don't play around when it comes to my life, when it comes to the lives of my family, when it comes to the lives of people I care about and pray for. I don't play around with that, man. I take that to heart, and I take that real serious. I really do. So anyhow, let me continue. Wait. Let me finish this article first, and then I'll say hello to the people up there in the bar, because it's pretty rude for the bartender not to say hi to his people. But let me just finish this first. So please, if it's not the jabs, fine. What is it? Let's figure it out, because something is causing it, and it can't be healthy, Hirschman said. He pointed to the sudden deaths of people, including young athletes who otherwise appeared in good health. I had a 49-year-old who was totally healthy, getting ready for work, collapses dead. Next thing you know, I'm embalming him. Man, can you imagine doing that? How, like this is the person you've had this relationship, this working relationship with, and you may have gotten more than just a working relationship. Like, you could have been really good friends, right? You established some kind of friendship with this person, and then having to work on the person that you care about. It's heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking. I'm embalming him, and guess what I'm pulling out of him? The same stuff. He was totally fine, totally healthy. Shocked everybody. Find out, oh yeah, not only was he jabbed, he was boosted, Hirschman recalled. Dr. James Thorpe, a maternal fetal medicine expert, also believes the vaccine might explain the clots. The Charlie Victor 19 vaccine diverts energy away from the physiologic process in the body towards the production of the toxic spike protein, Thorpe said. This directs energy away from the normal process of internal digestion, also known as autophagy. Autophagy. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I ain't a medical person. Sorry. This results in protein misfolding and propagation of large intravascular blood clots. PolitiFact looked into assertions by Hirschman and others that the Charlie Victor 19 jab could be the culprit causing the clots, and said it could find no clear evidence to support that. The fact checker spoke. Man, I'm beginning to hate that word, fact checker, dude. The fact checker spoke with Yazan Abu Ismail, a hematologist at the University of Utah Health, who said the Charlie Victor itself might be to blame. Bullshit. Bullshit, dude. Let's call it for what it is, dude. It seems to me if you're veering away from that and you have a degree from this so-called, then your degree ain't worth shit. I'm just saying, man. Or either that, or you could be just straight up lying. Now, which is it? You don't know shit, or you're lying. Which one is it? The association between Charlie Victor 19 and blood clots was recognized early in the pandemic among hospitalized Charlie Victor 19 patients, he said. These patients experience blood clots both in deep veins and arteries, which sometimes led to strokes and heart attacks, although these conditions have mostly been seen in patients with severe Charlie Victor 19 illness. People with moderate illness have also developed blood clots, Abu Ismail added. He said that for those who had a severe Charlie Victor case, the incidence of clots range between 20 to 40%. I call bullshit, man. I had the Charlie Victor, dude. Ain't no blood clots, man. Ain't no blood clots, dude. It was that I'm guessing If I had to make an assumption, if I had to make a hypothesis, it's that stupid injection, dude. It is. The National Funeral Directors Association told PolitiFact that embalmers in its U.S. network had seen some similar abnormalities. So it's a collective. Like they all agree that they're seeing this abnormality in Charlie Victor related deaths among among both jabbed and unjabbed individuals. That's what I meant to say. Monica Torres of NXT Generation Mortuary Support in Phoenix confirmed the existence of abnormal clots among Charlie Victor victims long before jabs were available. And it is not uncommon to find dark blood clots in any deceased, not just Charlie Victor persons, who have been stored in refrigerated for a long period of time before embalming, Torres said, according to PolitiFact. Weren't they okay? So when the things first came out, wasn't that like one of the side effects that they were saying? They said that it was like it would cause blood clots. That's what I remember. I remember, man. That was one of the biggest side effects that it had was blood clotting. The fact checker said the Johnson & Johnson jab has been associated with a higher risk for blood clots, called thrombosis with thrombocytopenia syndrome. I know, I sounded illiterate, but I don't care. I'm not a medical person. But the condition is very rare and treatable when caught in time. So the jury is out on whether the embalmer's discoveries are a result of the Charlie Victor jab, Charlie Victor itself, or something else. It's from the jab, dude. It's from the jab. Call it for what it is. But one thing is clear. The issue definitely needs closer scrutiny, with researchers having the freedom to go where the facts lead. And that's the key word right there. May I highlight that word? Facts. Facts. Facts is something we can't even say anymore, you know? Facts. Which is why I'm playing this stupid word game, because in the world of Yankee Tango, if I said something that they did not agree with, my channel will be gone. We are committed to truth and accuracy. Okay, well. All right. Well, that was the end of that article right there, man. Again, that was from the Western Journal, published today, September 7th, by Randy DeSoto. And I need to go to the clouds right now, man. I really need to. I need this right now, man. I really do. All right, let me go to the bar and say hello to who I need to say hello to. Very pleased to see some people out there. Not a big crowd, but hey, the smaller the crowd, the more intimate the crowd is, right? Okay. All right. So let me see. I know Sea Dragon was here. I don't know if he's still here. Hey, what's going on, Whiskey Blue? How are you, friend? Leo Worth, good evening. Thank you guys for hanging out with the bartender today. I'm sorry Mr. C's not here tonight. Something, he had to attend to something. You know, he had to attend to something. But so I'm carrying the show solo. So I hope that I can entertain you guys doing this solo. I haven't done new stuff solo in quite some time. But nonetheless, I'm here to do them. See, even Whiskey says it's from the jabs, man. And you don't even have to be somebody who works in the medical profession to even figure that one out. You know? Okay, hold on. Let me read some of the chats here. Okay. Lots of morticians finding that, yeah, whiskey, yep, they're finding it, man. And the way it sounds similar to a tapeworm, dude. These things, they said that it can be as long as a leg or something like that and as thick as a pinky. So these things are existing in the body, man. It's a strange thing. It really is. These are blood clots, dude. And I've been noticing on NPC's, like I said, I've been noticing on NPC's channel on Yankee Tango that he's been doing a lot of reports on people, on young people who are either athletes or entertainers, or even just young people who are just they're going bye-bye real fast, you know? At a young age, I might add. Leo Ward says, I think it's one of the reasons there was many cremations too, without autopsies, trying to hide these. Yep, that's a good point. I never even thought about that point, but it sure is a good way. Well, not necessarily. I mean, it could be. Could be. Whiskey Blue, thank you so much for the gold pills. Thank you for the 100 gold pills, my friend. Thank you so much. God bless you, brother. Thank you for being here most of all, man. See, all of you guys are saying, "Oh, it's from the jabs." Yeah, I think we can all agree with that, man. I think we can all agree with that. And it doesn't take anybody with a freaking doctorate's degree to figure that one out, huh? Because these problems started appearing after a mass of people got the thing, you know? It's just one of those things that sense would give you. You know, it's a 1+1 thing, right? It's a 1+1 thing. You know what the answer is, and it ain't 4. This ain't Common Core math. See, even Leo Ward said it's a stabby. I mean, I'm not laughing that people got him, but I think we're all smart enough to figure out that we know what the culprit is of these things with what the morticians are finding, or the embalmers, I guess you can say. Blood clots come from cabs and boosters, not from. Yeah, no, you're right. They don't, because I didn't have. You know, when I got the Charlie Victor, I didn't have any blood clot problems. I didn't. You know. Whiskey continues to say, blood clots, big reason why they stopped mandating pilots. Yeah, well, I don't know if they stopped mandating them, because my son wanted to be a pilot, but unfortunately, a lot of these companies are still requiring that they get the thing. For new hires, they have to get the thing. They stopped it for dudes who are pilots already, but for new hires, they want them to get the thing. So, you know, that's why I know that, because my son told me that. He always wanted to be a pilot ever since he was a little child. But he looked into it, and they are requiring, like, these airline companies are requiring new pilots to get them, unfortunately. So there's a yeah, there sure is. But then again, you know, I don't think there's a special. I think hell in itself is a special place, because there's going to be a bunch of people going there. A bunch of people. You got to remember. You got to remember. People that there's people that will make it into heaven that walk the narrow path, because of everything that comes with it. So a mass of people are going to be in. Unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of people going to hell. You know, I hate to say something like that, but the truth of the matter is, you know, it's only a chosen few that's going to make it to the pearly gates of heaven, unfortunately. And I would say that hell is going to be a commonplace for the mass amounts of people, only because they choose the path that they choose. So, and I agree with that. He probably has. He's had a career because he sold his soul or something. You don't get that high in a position without having to give something in exchange. It's not just the entertainment business. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere you go. If you're willing to give something in exchange for what, for that, for your status, then that's just the way it is. That's the way this world works. As much as I really don't want to say that, but that's just the way it is. So, anyhow, I'm going to move on to the next article here. So, hope you guys enjoy this one. Breitbart is going to be a very popular site for me today, as I got 2 articles from that website. So this one comes from Breitbart. This one was published on August 31st, not too long ago, about a week ago maybe. Article reads, "Don't charge that electric vehicle. California braces for energy shortage through Labor Day." I wonder how it went. Labor Day has just passed, right? Labor Day was like a couple days ago. I wonder how that went. Especially that they're going through some heat wave right now, right? California is going through some 100+ shit right now. Have a little taste of Texas, man. At least in California, they don't have the humidity like we do over here. But I tell you, man, like we've been getting hit by rain, and I'm talking about showers with thunder and lightning. But then again, in Texas, rain always comes with thunder and lightning. That's just automatic. Anyhow, let's read this. I'm not a fan of electric cars, just so you guys know. I'm not a fan of it. California will suffer an energy shortage and flex alerts, huh? Flex alerts through Labor Day due to high temperatures, and residents will be asked to conserve electricity during afternoons and evenings, which means refraining from charging electric vehicles, among other uses. So not only can't they charge their cars, but they're probably going to have rolling blackouts, and you probably can't use your AC at certain times of the day because there's just not enough juice in the system to power up your house. Very sad, man. Very sad. And I'm glad, I feel bad for you people who are still in California. I used to live in California. I escaped, man. I saw these things coming a long time ago. And I'm glad I escaped that forbidden state, man, prior to the whole Charlie Victor thing. It was the right time. 2019, I got out, man. August 2019. I still remember August 2019. The day I escaped. And then I permanently escaped California on October 1st of last year. Left that forbidden job too. Talk about a facade, man. Shit ain't real. Anyhow, hoping to avoid blackouts, the California Independent System Operator, which manages the state's power grid, warned Tuesday that it probably will issue a series of flex alerts over the next several days. Flex alerts are voluntary they're not voluntary, dude. Since when it's voluntoldly, they volunteer you. Kind of like shit that they used to do at my old job when they volunteer you to do something. Flex alerts are voluntary calls for conservation during the afternoon and evening hours when energy use tends to soar. Dude, midday is like the worst because that's when it gets the hottest, man. And that's when people are going to be cranking that AC to freaking super cold. I'm just saying, dude. Residents will be asked to turn up their thermostats to 78 degrees or higher. Avoid using dishwashers or other large appliances. This is ridiculous, dude. And hold off on charging their electric vehicles. See, all during the 4 through 9 p.m. time frame. See, okay, this is how ridiculous that going all electrical vehicle is. When things like this happen, you can't charge. Jeez, man, what is going on? They want to change the world, but they want to change the whole world with these stupid ideas, not without even thinking through what possibilities may occur as far as failures go. They don't think through with it, do they? No, they don't. It's government for you, man. I should know. I used to work for a government agency, and that's what we do. That's what we do. Who cares if it doesn't work, man? We'll figure it out by the time. We'll figure out an answer when the time comes. Talk about setting yourself up for failure, man. The government's perfect at that. The government loves to set itself up for failure every time, and then find excuses to increase budgets because of it. It's a scam, guys. Already, the grid manager has issues a restricted maintenance operations notice starting Wednesday, a directive telling power generators and transmission line operators to delay routine maintenance that would take generating or transmission equipment offline. The San Francisco Chronicle further explained, the grid is expected to be under the most strain on Monday, with a projected peak load of 48,225 megawatts, Ann Gonzalez of the California Independent System Operator said. Peak loads on Sunday, when temperatures in parts of the Bay Area are most likely to reach triple digits, man, are also expected to reach more than 48,000 megawatts, according to Gonzalez. Good luck with that, man. Because the weekend's heat wave will align with high temperatures throughout the West, California's ability to import power from neighboring states may be limited, according to the grid operator. The warnings come just days after the state finalized regulations to ban... Look at this. Get this, guys. To ban gasoline-powered vehicles by 2035 as part of Governor Bang Your Wife Newsom's effort to shift the entire passenger fleet to electric vehicles, ostensibly to help fight climate change. Already, Bang Your Wife Newsom, the state legislators are scrambling to save the state's last remaining active nuclear power plant. The state has been at risk of electricity shortages for the past several years, thanks to a lack of new power plants and the unreliability of energy from wind and solar power. Thank you, California, for wasting all the money that I have paid taxes to. Jeez. I'm just glad I don't live there anymore. Very happy I don't live there anymore, man. 2 years ago, Bang Your Wife urged Californians to sober up. Really? About the limitations of solar and wind power during another late summer energy shortage that resulted in rolling blackouts across much of the state. The state has not expanded its energy source since then. Well, wouldn't you think that you would have to? I mean, okay, so when you go through shit like this, right? Isn't the goal to kind of figure out what the problems are and find solutions to fix the problems, and then when it happens again, you won't have problems again? But that's government for you. That's just the honest truth. That's government for you. I know. I used to work for a government entity. though it has improved plans for energy shortages and expanded battery capacity. Well, that's that on that article. Wait, hold on. Moving to an all-electric vehicle fleet by 2035 would require the energy grid to expand its capacity by 30%, the Chronicles noted, a goal that's officially, feasible within 10 years. Yeah, I think I can at least get behind that. In 10 years, it could possibly happen at the rate things are going. But honestly, man, I don't know if we have I don't even know if we have a few years left, to be honest, with the way the world is being worked with all these people who are, quote, in power. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to have anything at all, to be honest. And I'm not trying to be a downer here. I just see things for what I see them for. That's just me. That is just me. All right, let me go back to the bar, man. I'm gonna need a swig. I need a swig, guys. I need a swig. Cheers. Having bourbon tonight. Little Basil Hayden. Not an expensive bottle of bourbon. It's a moderate price. It's probably like $45 maybe. $45. Not that bad. It's pretty good bourbon. It's a plug for them. I should be asking these guys to sponsor me. I don't know. Let me go to the bar and see what's going on in the chat rooms there, yeah? All right, man. I really enjoy looking at those clouds. It's such a beautiful view, It just reminds me that there's more in this world that's so beautiful than all these things that these people in power hold that destroy, Let me see here. Whiskey says California is a crap. No, it sure is, man. It's a place where you squat down and handle your number 2. California is a place you go to squat down, take your number 2, use a newspaper to wipe up, and just walk away. On the side of the 101 freeway. Oh, man. Sea Dragon says, I'm not a fan. He's referring to me. Not a fan of electrical vehicles. Just shocking. I tell you, shocking. Yeah, if I had my way and if I had the money, I'd be getting myself a big truck. A big truck. If I can get a car right now, something that's not electrical, something that's I'll get a diesel fueled freaking truck if I had to. So I'd rather drive one of those things. Whiskey says, if you can afford a $65,000 electrical vehicle, you can afford to repay your student loan. Hey, you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if they started giving out forgiveness for car vehicles too. It would not surprise me at all. It wouldn't. I can kind of use it right now. After all the taxes that I put into that system, I can kind of use a break from paying a car note. I'm just saying, because I put into the system for years and years and years and years. So I think I deserve a little bit back, Whiskey says 78 degrees. Where are you referring to? Good evening, M1911 Zoom. Thank you for being at the bar today. Thank you for hanging out with the bartender. Thank you so much for hanging out with all the regulars here too. Whiskey says, how do those plastic lithium-ion batteries get made? How do you charge them? Where will they dispose of all of them? Fossil fuels? Duh. Come on, dude. I was explaining already, dude. Government employee, they don't try to find solution to problems. They just don't. They encounter problems, they put a Band-Aid on it, and not even wanting to go further to kind of figure out how to fix the problem permanently. So when when they're faced with it again, it won't happen. That's not what government does. At least in California, that's not what it does. Whiskey says, "Can we switch to Tesla's free energy plan now?" Well, you're gonna have to ask Elon Musk about that. I honestly don't trust that dude, man. I don't even believe he's human. I don't even think he's a human being, and that's just my personal opinion. The dude lives like. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say where he lives. I'm not even gonna say. Edison's plan is a failure. Yeah. You know whose plan was would have been a success? What's his name? Nikolai Tesla, man. He had all the answers for free energy, dude. Free energy. Energy that we didn't have to pay for. But these people found a way to profit from it. You know, they found a way to profit from it to get more money out of us, when I bet you all this shit's free. It's kind of like, it's kind of like having your cell phone data. I mean, really, is data something that you can really charge for? Like, I don't know, your internet usage. I mean, come on, dude. Really, you're gonna charge me for that kind of shit? I mean, you know, it's kind of like that. 1911 says he can make diesel. Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. I can't make anything. I'm a full-time DJ. I'm an ex sheriff's deputy that is now a full-time DJ and / content creator. So, you know, I try to make something. I try to learn how to distill whiskey, but the process is just too much for me. I can mix drinks, but I don't know how to create something. No, that's a lie, because I have created some stuff as far as like, man, I just won't say anymore, because I want to be able to share it with you guys instead of having to say something about it. I want to be able to present it when it comes. So, Whiskey says Tesla electric cars, batteries overheat and catch fire, 65,000 burnt out along the side of the road. Well, that's why I don't have a Tesla, or I don't have any kind of electric vehicle. I've driven a Prius before. I mean, I've driven what do you call those Ford cars? Are they called like Fusions or something? I don't know what they're called, but I've driven those cars before when I took road trips from California to Las Vegas, back in how many years ago, when I used to do road trips from California to Vegas, since it was only like a 3 hour, it was a 3 hour drive. But yeah, I would rent cars, and I think it was like a Ford Fusion. I want to say it was a Ford Fusion. It was a Ford vehicle. I drove it. And I just didn't like it, man. I just did not like it. I don't know. Yeah, I got what you meant by Tesla. Yeah, I know. I got what you meant, Whiskey. Yes, I am creating content. Yes, that is true. That's very true. Thank you for giving me a little bit of credit there. Thank you. All right. Let's go to the third article, guys. Let's go to the third article, shall we? And just so you know, Mr. C actually picked the first article, and he picked the article that I'm about to read right now too. So, you know, he just couldn't show up last minute, which is cool. Still love the guy like my brother, man. Still love the guy like my brother. All right, here we go. So this one, again, comes from Breitbart. This one was published on September 6th by Amy Furr. Article read... article reads, Teacher of the Year nominee accused of raping student under 15. Yo, I wonder if it was a boy or a girl. Either way, I think I'd be terrified. If I was 15 and you know, at 15 you want to, you know, you want to have some fun. You know what I'm saying? You want to do it. You know, you're eager to do it. But if a woman like this took advantage of me at 15, man, I'd be ashamed. I'd be ashamed, and I'd definitely be calling out rape for sure. All right, let's go. Let's do this, man. Let us do this. A West Johnston High School instructor previously nominated for... Oh, so seriously, she was... Oh my goodness. I thought that was sarcastic, right? I thought that was sarcasm. But she actually was... She was nominated, quote, Teacher of the Year, is facing a rape charge involving a student in Benson, North Carolina. Amanda Dahl, the irony. The irony of that last name. You see that face? Look at that face, man. That face don't look anything like a doll. Hell no. Ugh. 37 of Clayton is charged with statutory rape for a student younger than the age of 15. She is also charged with sexual act with a student and indecent liberties with a student, WRAL reported Monday. Ugh, look at that. Look at that hideous looking thing. She's got liberal written all over her face, man. I'm just saying, dude. Why do these liberals look all the same? Why do they look alike? I don't know. You know, I had this conversation with who did I have this conversation with? Oh, I was having this conversation with my son. I said, "Hey, don't you notice that liberals always want they go out of their way to look so unattractive, and they always want to have that look of depressed or anything. Like, they always want to feel miserable." And I asked him, why do you think that's so? And he's like, "I don't know. Why are you asking me, Dad? I'm not liberal." I'm like, "Yeah, you got a point there." You got a point. You better not be liberal. I'll be kicking you out of my house. So on the Facebook feed, it says here, a West Johnston High School teacher who was once nominated for, quote, Teacher of the Year will face a judge on Tuesday for statutory rape charges. Oh boy. According to warrants in this case, the young person attended the school and was younger than 15 years old. Was it a boy or... I want to know if it's a boy or girl. A former student at West Johnston High School expressed shock when he learned about the allegations, according to CBS 17. "Wow, that leaves me speechless. 15? I mean, I'm just surprised it's happened again," Jacob Lipscomb said. Well, I'll tell you what, man. In the case of, I forgot what the student's name was, and this was years ago. I think he was like a Samoan kid or something like that. At the time, he was a Samoan child. That teacher looked kind of attractive, man. Like I don't think I wouldn't rat on her. I'd be trying to get as much as I can. But with this one, man, I'd be calling rape real fast. Per the outlet, it is the third time a school employee has faced similar charges. That school? In that school? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it looks like it's that school. I don't know what's going on at that school, and I feel like they should do something to crack down on that, Lipscomb added. According to a spokesperson with Johnston County Schools, that name is still getting to me. Dahl stepped down Friday from her role as an English teacher who had worked at a substitute, as a substitute before being hired as a teacher in 2021. Per an arrest warrant, the alleged sexual abuse occurred on August 12. The suspect was being held at the Johnston County Courthouse on a $1 million bond. She asked the judge Tuesday for a lower bond, saying she has 4 children to care for. I bet you got to care for them. You got to care for them and that 15-year-old. But her request was denied, as it should be. She's a danger to children, dude. Don't matter if it's her own children. She's a danger to children. Video footage showed Dahl was They have video of this. Video footage showed Dahl during her appearance in court, and she reportedly said her husband was trying to get her a lawyer. Good luck with that. Your husband's going to get you the best public defender he can. However, the judge appointed an attorney in the case, ABC 11 reported. When the judge read out Dahl's charges in court on Tuesday, she shook her head. The WRAL report stated, adding she was scheduled to appear in court again on September 22nd, which is the end of this month, peeps. That was a short article. Dang, look at that. Look at that face. 4 children, huh? Wow. I mean, honestly though, 4 children, and there could be issues there with the husband too. I mean, let's just be honest with this, because like there are some people that require some attention from their spouses, and rightfully so. I mean, if you've been married for quite some time, there's still gotta be some sexy time with the married couple. If you're in a marriage for a long time and you guys are happy together, there still should be some spark in there to spend some time with each other. There should be, because when there's nothing, when there's no interaction of that sort, then people will start to veer off and to go with other people. And, especially for married people, they really don't want to put the work into like the whole dating thing. I mean, I can at least say that because when I was considering leaving my family years ago, I said to myself, like, this is just too much, man. This is just too much work having to do the dating thing again. So some people like her would always find the easiest targets to somebody who won't deny them of it. But I mean, in this case, if it was rape, I'm only going to speculate about this story. These are just probably, this is just speculation on my part. It's just a guess of how this person got caught for statutory rape. Probably rumors went around, right? And I don't necessarily think that, I don't know the story for sure. I mean, all I got was from what we read here, right? My guess would be is that the person didn't want to say anything. The 15-year-old didn't want to say anything. But, being 15 years old, you're going to talk to your friends and word gets around, and that's how this person got, I think that's how this person got caught, because word went back around on that 15-year-old person's parents, and they said, nah, screw that. That person's going to jail because you're a teacher, dude, and you should be doing that to little children. So, Yeah, man. I think that's how she got caught. I think that's how that person got caught doing that, to be honest. I honestly think they got caught through word of mouth because the 15-year-old was bragging about it or talked about it with their friends. And we all know that a secret can't be kept a secret if you told one person, because telling one person a secret is just one too many. A secret is supposed to be a secret within yourself. You know? But then again, secrets, you shouldn't have any secrets, because even the great Lord up above knows everything you do. So can a secret actually be kept a secret? Probably not. Probably not. Right, let me go here on the chats, see what's going on here. I really like this cloud stuff, man. It looks nice. 1911 says, you're creating content. Cool. And you're listening. Cool. Yes, I am. Let's see. Whiskey Sparfin says gross. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I mean, she's not like that first teacher that was that got caught like years ago. I think it was back in the 90s, right? Back in the 90s. And they ended up getting married with each other. That's a mind-blowing thing, man. It's a mind-blowing thing. That ain't a doll. You're telling me, man. Apparently that's her last name, though. Well, being that she's married, the husband's name is probably Doll. It's not her maiden name. But wouldn't that be something? I mean, it's already funny, right? It's already funny. I'm surprised she don't have blue hair. Yeah, I am too. They all look the same, man. They really do. Even if they don't have colored hair, they always carry themselves in such a way where they're the victim, some way, somehow, or unhappy, or something to that effect. Whiskey Blue, thank you so much for the can, brother. Thank you for supporting the show, man. Thank you so much. And that goes for everybody, too. You can support the show via Gold Pills. I do have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. You can also check out my merch store. That's ways you can support the bar. So please, 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 please support the bar. 1911 says 22 years for you. Well, congrats to you, my friend. If you're referring to the marriage, I've been in it for about 23 years. Yes, 23 years, together for 25. So, yeah, it's a blessing that I'm still with my family, to be honest. I thank God every day, man. Because there was a point earlier in our marriage where she should have left me, and there were points later in our marriage where I was going to leave her and everybody else. So thanks to the grace and the glory of God, man, that we're still together. And I know there's a reason for it, because he's kept us together, and she's kept her with me, and he's kept me with her. So there definitely is something there from God that I'm very, very grateful for. I don't know what it is just yet, but I know in time it will definitely reveal itself, and I'm very grateful for it. I really am. Whiskey says that dude's still running like Forrest Gump. Oh man. Sea Dragon says teacher had a double neck. Bro, she had no neck. I don't know, man. Shall we take a look at that picture again? Do you guys want yeah, she looked like she don't even have she looked like she have a neck, but dang, man, that looked like a tree stump of a neck, to be honest. And I don't mean to be mean, but shoot, man. Let's see here. Whiskey Blue says 15 years for me, single now for 10 years. Well, Whiskey, as long as you're happy, my friend, it's all that matters, man. It's all that matters. You know, to be honest, marriage is not for everybody. It's not. But sometimes it's better that way, you know? I know in God's eyes we're supposed to marry and procreate and all these things, but you know, sometimes it's just not for everybody. Or if that's not the case, then maybe they haven't found that particular person that they're supposed to be with. So, you know, I hope that you're happy right now, but you know, I think in time that you'll be able to find somebody who you're supposed to be with to give you that happiness. So I will pray for you, Whiskey, because you seem like a really good dude. I've never met you in person, but just based on the interaction that we've had here through the show, you seem like a very solid dude. So I'll pray for you, my man. You know, look, the marriage I'm in, it's a blessing for me. It's a beautiful thing, especially the quality of it now. Now that I don't have a for sure job. I mean, I do run a DJ company and create content full time, but everybody's involved with the whole DJ thing, man. Everybody, me, my wife, my 10-year-old daughter, she's involved in it too, because it's actually her and I that are partners in this. But my wife does a lot of she does a lot of hard work. She chases those leads all the time, and she always informs me like, hey, I think we can book. You know, she's great, and this whole thing with my wife and my daughter, because my son, he's 23, he has his own life right now, you know, and he's doing his own thing, which is cool. I'd prefer him to be part of this, but at the same time, I'd rather have him discover himself by himself, if that makes any sense. What's going on, Q&A holes? Thank you so much for the can, my man. Thank you so much for being here, most of all. Thank you. It's nice to see you. It really is. Very blessed. I'm very blessed to have some good people here on the chats this evening. Wow, I can't believe I carried the show this far solo. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. Let me just check the other platforms to see if there's any attentions I need to attend to. Looks like Twitch, I may have one person there, but there's nothing in the chat rooms. So shouts out to you, one listener in Twitch. Thank you for hanging out with the bartender at the bar. Thank you so much. All right. Quieter now. Whiskey Blue says it's quieter now. Well, at least you get a life extension from that, right? You know, I gotta say, okay. And I think a lot of us married people can relate to this, right? When you're married for a long ass time, and I'm talking about, when I say a long ass time, people may think that 5 years is long. I would say at least 10 years, right? When you get past the 10 years, that's it, dude. Like, you know, I mean, for some people, probably not, but I think from 10 years and up, that's the start of a long-term, like a really long-term thing, right? So, I think a lot of you can relate to this too if you're married. A lot of us become really proficient in selective hearing. And that goes both ways, man. That doesn't just go for the husband, but that definitely goes for the wife as well. Cause look, I ain't gonna lie, man, and I'm not gonna say this loud because my wife, she's in the other room. Like sometimes the shit that she says, I see the mouth moving, I hear something coming out, but I don't know what the hell it is. And I don't want to say that too loud because she's like right there in the next room, and I'm talking pretty dang loud. So I have to whisper this part, you know, because I don't want her to barge and say, "What the fuck are you saying?" Cheers, everybody. Cheers from the bartender. I'm going to take a swig of my bourbon. Sea Dragon. Wow. 25 years, man. Well, I'm 25 years together, but married for 23 out of the 25. So, congratulations, man. Congratulations to you. And you know, God bless all you guys out there who fight hard to keep that marriage glued together, man. Cuz this shit can be taxing. It can be really taxing, and it can even it becomes very challenging. It really does. But you know, I'm glad that there's still people out there who have that old school mentality of keeping the marriage together, not necessarily staying together just for the kids' sake, because let's face it, that's probably more toxic than having to divorce, right? But just know that when you have children and you divorce, that there's going to be problems with the children. I should know this because I came from that kind of environment as a child, which is why I cherish my family very, very much because of the experiences that I've been through as a child. So Q&A says, I'll type quietly in the chat. It's all good, brother. I'm the one who had to be quiet just for that brief moment. Just for that brief moment of what I had to say. But you know, God bless everybody out there who fights to keep that marriage together, man, because it's a very noble thing. And it's a very chivalrous thing to do, because not a lot of people are willing to put in the time or to go through the storm, you know, so to say. No, not a lot of people are willing to do that. But man, like I said, man, I've said it before. It's the grace of God that's made me be this far in my marriage, you know, and I'm very grateful for that. And I know, because of it, because he has stuck us together, and I'm not saying that in a facetious way. I'm saying that in a way where that we're together, right? I think there's a purpose for that. I really do. And it's beginning to show itself because, like I said, the DJ company, we're all involved in it as far as my wife and my daughter are concerned. It's us three. We're very, very involved in it. And it's been an amazing ride, man. It's been an amazing ride, and I tell you, man, this is like another stage of growth in this family, is having this struggle of building this business, right? And having to go through this together. And I tell you, man, the great Lord has been so good to us lately. Like, here's an example of something great that God has given. So next month, man, we are freaking busy, dude. And granted, I do most of the manual labor for the DJ company, because, you know, I'm not gonna let my wife carry speakers or my daughter carry speakers either. You know, they don't. No, that's like, I'm the man. I do that for the family. I do the heavy lifting for the family. So it's a good thing that we're like, I think I'm going to be so freaking tired next month. I can see it already. But man, we're going to be good for the next couple months. I can say financially we're going to be okay because of the grace of God that he has provided for us these gigs for next month. And not only that, but even this month, like, we're beginning to catch some last minute stuff this month too. And I've been praying every day. And look, I'm not saying this in a way to tell you guys like, yeah, I'm having financial struggles. I'm saying this because, yeah, I'm having the struggles, but I've been praying to God for help, right? Not for me to become a rich man, but I've been praying to God for help every day. And I, at the same time, every day, there has to be something I have to do to glorify him. And this is the reason why I do the show, right? To glorify God. And it seems like it's a very unique back and forth between how I glorify God and pray to God and go to him for all my needs. And then when I pray, dude, he'll provide it. And it's been so mind blowing. And this is one of the things that this is one of the testimonies I want to give to people, because, I've run out of all my funds from my savings from quitting my job last October. I'm out. Now I'm solely doing it through everything that I earn right now. I'm solely doing everything that I earn. And I'm not saying this to make people feel sorry for me. I'm saying this, I'm sharing this is because I want you people to know that it's real. And I'm living proof of this. I'm not here to use God's name to get rich, because to begin with, I'm not looking to be rich. I already am rich. I got my family, man. I am blessed with a family that I didn't even have as a child. So I'm already rich. As far as I'm concerned, I'm rich already. Unfortunately, we live in this world where things need to be paid, right? But I'm telling you right now that every time I ask God to provide for me, he has been there for me, man. He has been there for me. And he can do the same for you. He can do the same for you. And this is my testimony to you. I'm not bullshitting you guys. Why would I? Why would I? Oh, man. If only you could see the daily things that I go through every day and hear the prayers that I say to God, and have these little worries from time to time to see if I'm able to get by, right? He'll come, man. And it's been so amazing. It's been so freaking amazing. And this is a testimony, man. I have no reason to lie to you. Just because I don't show my face to you guys doesn't mean that I can't be who I really am, because I'm explaining to you guys, I can't fake it. I can't fake anything that I do here. Anything that I say about me or my family, there's just no way I can fake it. Look, here's a good explanation why I can't fake it. Because if I was able to fake it, I'd still be a cop right now. And that's the truth. If I could fake it, I'd still be a sheriff's deputy, because I would have done their bidding and sold myself to do what I needed to do for that job and not choose my family. But no, I chose to leave because I chose to be who I am. I chose that path. Some people might say, man, that you're stupid. Like, you didn't plan your life good. Well, you know what? I don't care, man. You're right. I didn't plan. I didn't plan for myself to be having this relationship with God and being in the position I am now and being the person who I am now. I didn't plan this. This just happened through experiences, man. You know? Man. I'm blessed. I am so blessed. Very blessed. I'd make this decision over and over again to leave that job. Because it's made me so much happier, so much more fulfilled. And I love the struggles of owning my own business. I love the struggles, man. It's a real thing. It's not like being in a job where you do the bare minimum and you're so miserable no matter how much money you get paid. I wake up every day thinking to myself, dude, what am I going to do? What can I do different for this business to be more attractive? Like, I'm putting more of myself into it. And there's more pride into it too. Not in a sinful way, but in a way where it makes me look forward to putting more of myself into it. You know? Man, Whiskey Blue, you are just so generous today. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much for the gold pills again. Thank you. All right. Yes, God always provides, man. And it's a shame that I only figured this out now in my life. It's only now that I figured this out when I could have figured this out years ago. But I was too busy into myself too much. But who cares? It doesn't matter anymore. I am here. What's the saying? Better late than never, right? Better late than never. So that's all that matters. It's all that matters. And I'm, like I said, man, I would make this decision over and over and over again. Over and over again. All right, let's go to the last article, guys. I am chatting up a storm here. All right. Here's the last article for the night. And this article comes from, actually, you know what? Let me expand this because I know you guys probably cannot see it. There we go. I had to make sure to expand that for you guys so you could see it. So this one comes from I can't even speak today. The lostens.blogspot.com. Lost Sense. Okay, I guess it's called Lost Sense. Article was published on August 23rd. Who wrote this? It says here Henry D. Article reads, yes, America is tearing itself apart. The masses do not want to understand economics, and they will pay dearly for that ignorance in the coming days. I believe this. I totally believe this. But for some odd reason, I am not worried about that for me, for my family. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this to you guys, but when it comes to that, like the finances, I don't know. I don't know where this worry-free thing is coming from, because I normally would be fucking freaking out. I'd be freaking out, but I'm not, I'm not. God's been so good to me. He's been so good to me, man. And he can be good to you too. All you got to do is put in some work. Put in some work. You got to. We all got to do something for him. Americans that have only known the post-World War II prosperity are ill-equipped and educated to deal with depression-level living. Easy credit and instant this is true. This is very true. Easy credit and instant gratification have created a nation of whining, self-absorbed, entitlement-minded people with no moral or mental toughness. They must be talking about millennials and Gen Zers. I don't know, man. This is just how I see the youth, and it's unfortunate. It really is, man. I really don't like to sound like the get off my lawn old man type, but what are you going to do if you see all these YouTube videos of all these young people, that just, they don't know any better. And then when you try to teach them right, then they accuse you of being racist. I don't know. I need to take a swig. Give me a minute. All right. Americans that have only known the post-World War II prosperity. Okay, I read that part, right? I believe we are headed for what he calls a super depression created by the ending of a debt super cycle. Hence the Great Reset, guys. Hence the Great Reset. And I tell you, man, When they say when what's his face? Carl Schwab? Is that what his name is? When he says the Great Reset, do you think he also means the Great Reset with humanity as well? I don't know. That could be part of the quote Great Reset. Who knows? Who knows with these globalists, you know? Everything that they say is for their advancement. They don't give a, they don't care about people like you and I. But it doesn't matter for me because, you know, Whiskey Blue said it himself earlier that there's a special place for a certain person. But I tell you, man, that place is going to be filled more than you think. There's going to be a lot of people going in that place. The bigger the debt cycle, the bigger the depression that follows. That's how reality works, and most people are not prepared for reality. When this depression, which has already started, gets momentum, and I can guarantee we're going to be seeing this stuff probably within this month, maybe somewhere, but definitely we're going to start to see the effects of it next month onto the holidays and possibly the whole year next year. I've already said this. If you looked at my shows from prior to the year, I was already saying that this is going to be one of the most difficult years ever. I was already saying that because I was already seeing it. You know, it wasn't that difficult to not see it because of the things that we went through during 2020. In my opinion, 2020 was probably the most worst year ever in modern day history. 2020, hands down. And it's a shame because we as people allowed it to happen that way. You know? A lot of passive people. A lot of people who didn't want to speak up about stuff. And even when they did speak out about it, the masses of people shot that person down. It's a shame. When this depression, which has already started, gets momentum, it will overwhelm the plans of a society that is expecting to get things like Social Security. Yeah, I really don't think that I'm going to get Social Security, pension, and payout from retirement plans. I'm expecting some kind of retirement at the age of 50. I really am, but how things are going right now, it's questionable. It's questionable. They have paid in for many years. All of those things will disappear almost overnight, you know, and I kind of believe that. I kind of do. I kind of can see that. Look what they did with 2020, man. They shut down the whole world, dude. They shut down the whole world, man. You telling me that they are not able of snapping a finger and stopping all these things? If 2020 didn't prove that to you, then I don't know what will. You know? Telling you, man. At this point, and this is why I really don't put any of my trust into any politician, and I don't care who it is. I don't care who it is. I'm sorry, but I think all of them are part of this problem. They're all part of this problem. They're all part of it. You have a good guy, you have a bad guy. That's all that it is, man. If you're going to be awake to the fullest. Don't be a half-stepping awake person, you know? Look at the whole chessboard, dude. Just because we had somebody who did the things that we like seeing, how do you know that he wasn't allowed to do that? And I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. Because I started having doubts about a certain person who ran a country. I started having doubts about him, like towards the end of his leadership. At this point, in my opinion, and this is just strictly my opinion, and not that my opinion matters to anybody out there, because at the end of the day, I'm just a regular person, just like you guys. But I don't think there's any type of man that can un-F everything that's going on now. I honestly think that all this has to be spiritually fixed. It has to be spiritually fixed. And I'm not trying to be somebody who's pessimistic, but if we've given men many centuries to fix things and still hasn't been fixed, sounds like insanity to me, if you ask me. It sounds like you're insane to keep on believing that some dude is going to be able to fix all these problems that we have. I'm just saying. After all these centuries, okay? Not decades, not quarter of a century, but centuries. Centuries. And if you look too, because this is something I just started noticing as well, is that, because this whole thing for the transgender movement, or even the transhumanism movement, right? Even when it comes down to that, like when you start messing with God's creations, like, let me ask you guys, why do you think the flood of Noah happened? Because not only were were people like really screwed up by that time, right? Not only were they really, really screwed up, which is equivalent to right now, because a lot of people are screwed up. Let's face it, dude. A lot of people are screwed up. A lot of people are screwed up. And God's creations were tainted. Look what's happening to the transgender movement, transhumanism movement. What are they trying to do? They're trying to ruin what's left of God's creations, which is us, right? What do you think is going to happen after that? What do you think is going to happen after that? I know what's going to happen after that, because it's already been proven during the flood of Noah. You don't think that it's going to happen again? Only not a flood, but I think something greater than that is going to happen. And that's just my opinion. When will we ever learn from history? When will we ever learn from mistakes? When? It's just food for thought, Don't think that I don't have conservative values, because I do. Matter of fact, I would even go further and say that I'm more of a libertarian than I am a conservative. But I always give my priorities to God first, because of all the things that He's done for my life that man has not. So if God is able to take care of me and bring me this far in my life, and with me feeling so happy, I don't think man can do that for me, because I've been trying to all the troubles that I've gotten into and try to get advice were from humans. And it's only in recent years that I started going to God, and a lot of my problems have been lifted. I know I always go back to this, guys, but it's a big part of my life, and I'm very passionate about. I'm really passionate about sharing this with people. I want you guys to see what I see, and it's something that I can explain to you guys with my testimonies, but the feeling of it will only be felt if you experience it for yourself. And in order for you to do that, you got to have that relationship. You just got to. All right, let me continue on with this because we're drawing this article out really long. All right. Where are we at? Their reactions will be to yell and scream and try to identify who to blame. Yep. Because that's what humans do. But the only person they should blame is the one in the mirror. Well, thanks a lot, guy. Thank you. I guess it makes kind of sense. It kind of does make sense, right? We got no one else to blame but ourselves, I guess. You got a point there. Many very smart people have raised the alarm and done their best to warn the sleeping public, which is true. A lot of us have, especially when 2020 came. We tried to tell people, but shit, no one wanted to listen to nobody wanted to listen to the quote conspiracy theorists. We tried, man. Now look, people getting blood clots left and right, dropping. Man. Many very smart people have raised the alarm and done their best to warn the sleeping public, but those slumbering masses have ignored the warnings and hit the snooze button and one more time. The masses do not understand economics, do not want to understand economics, and they will pay dearly for the ignorance in the coming days. Pardon me. When the real unemployment rate becomes common knowledge as it increases substantially, people will be left to survive on survive on what resources they have saved up outside the banking system that cannot be stolen by the politicians and bankers. I beg to differ, man. They're hiring a bunch of people, man. I'm telling you, dude. Got these ATF guys knocking on doors of people who legally purchase guns. I don't know. I really don't know. This is a key point here, which is unfortunate because I used to be a cop and I'm very pro Second Amendment. The assets you have outside the system that cannot be stolen from you with a few keystrokes on some computer. Here's the harsh reality. Today, the biggest risk for global catastrophe isn't what it was 50 years ago, which is true. This presentation proves without a doubt that America is in for a major fight that will put you and your family in the firing line, literally. So make sure you watch this presentation while it's still online. Unfortunately, I won't be able to share this with you guys tonight. Maybe I'll do it for a Monday show, but you know how it goes when I'm sharing stuff on Yankee Tango. They'll strike me for it. I accidentally did the whole thing with the movie and, Those hoping for some miraculous event that will send the U.S. back to the days of manufacturing, might, and jobs for all will never see this happen. Those days are gone. The West Line theory tells us our economy will slow down and become more modest as the shipping center of the world moves west to the next powerhouse region, which is Asia. This is what history teaches us. When people suddenly wake up one morning and they have no job, their retirement is gone, and they need to care for their family, what will they do? I know what I'm going to do. I hope God forgives me. No, but in all seriousness, I think I've prepped as best as I could. But the truth of the matter is, when a time like that comes, you can't stay in one place. We all know this. You can't stay in one place. You have to be mobile. You have to go to the countryside. That's what happens. That's exactly what happens. And I only have enough for me to take around. You know, you can't have a whole bunch of stuff and stay in one place because that's not the way it's going to work. You know, people are going to get you, dude. You have to be mobile. So in order to be mobile, you can't have a bunch of stuff. You just have to have enough stuff that you can lug around. You know? And that goes for things that you can eat and things that you can fire. That's all, that's all I'm saying, dude. That's all. And plus, I got a family, dude. So, where we at? Where are we at? Okay. When people suddenly wake up one morning, okay, I read that part. When government services have collapsed and they suddenly realize they are now living in a third world country with a few government services, what will they do? When the banks are closed and only a select few connected people have any type of money or access to goods, what will they do? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll tell you where I will go. I mean, they're mentioning banks. What makes you think that I won't go there? I don't know. This is the reality that many people will face in the future, and they have no idea how bad it can be, how bad it can get. They refuse to contemplate the harsh reality they will be living in and take steps to mitigate the effects. To do so would be to acknowledge it could happen, and they are taking personal responsibility. Personal responsibility is a dirty phrase in today's entitlement society. No, I still believe in taking responsibility for my own ish, To see some of the effects, one only has to look at a collapse of society in Venezuela today to see what awaits. Shit, you don't even have to go there. Look at California, dude. California is a good example. You drive down the 101 in LA, and I'm talking about like Hollywood and downtown LA. Drive the 101. If you're from LA, you know what I'm talking about, dude. Go visit Skid Row in downtown LA. That's all you got to do to know that you're in a third world state. When it happens, it will all fall back to you to take responsibility for your family and to take care of them for the duration. I always had this mentality anyway. To do that, you need to plan now for that eventuality and build up the resources you will need to provide food, shelter, clothing, and security when the system fails to do it for you. You need to be. It's funny. I just mentioned Noah. You know how funny that is? You need to be Noah at his ark, not the people watching as he floated away. Dude, that was God, man. I was just mentioning that, dude. I was just mentioning Noah. And look, the article mentioned it. Having resources stored up is a must, but it may not get you all the way through if the situation lasts for many years. That is why you need some type of plan to replace those resources as time goes by and have some way to generate some type of income or at least items to trade. Usable goods are for the short term, and things like gold, silver, production, equipment are for the long term to help you get through the crisis with the least amount of pain. Now, with the whole gold and silver thing, yeah, you can trade, but honestly, there's a lot more things that you can have to trade. Like, you can trade coffee, you can trade booze, you can trade toilet paper. There's a lot of other things you can trade besides that. Necessities, you can trade necessities, Even with proper planning, the days ahead will not be easy as the standard of living of society will fall substantially to levels only seen in failed third world countries for old pictures. The assets actually owned by people today is very small compared to how they live. They will default on their home loans. Hopefully that's not going to be one of me. their car loan, and their credit card debt, leaving them with very few real possessions and few ways to move what they have left, even if they have some place to go. Ultimately, these people will become the new serfs to the wealthy class that will take possessions of anything of value. Feudalism will once again rule. We're already living in that time, to be honest, man. Let's be real about this. We're actually living it right now. The lack of planning by society will make this a reality if it is allowed. It seems like people don't actually want democracy anymore, which is so true, man. They want a dictator who agrees with them. The choice is, do you and I consume what is here now and change the planet to do something unknown and different for the next generations? I think it's too late for that. I really do. You know, get right with God. At this point, all you got to do is get right with God and things will happen, man. I'm telling you, good things will happen. Or do you and I slow our consumption to a regenerative rate, ensuring the same planet we live on now is here for the generations to come? This is a personal choice. This isn't something an outside party such as the government is going to fix. So true. You and I are the consumers. You and I are the ones making the choices. What choice will you and I make in the future? They will be governed by... Exactly. They're pushing that. They're pushing that in a way to freaking bring in the great reset. Climate change. That's how they're going to do it. They're doing it via climate change. You will not find these choices in the cloud. I believe in the next 10 years, science will prove that too much technology, we don't even need 10 years. It's already proving that it's making people a lot more stupid. Example, heads always in our phones is actually a negative thing for the mind and longevity. I believe we'll be forced by climate change to find a substantial balance between technology use and real life experiences. All too often, problems being solved in tech are first world problems. Many of us forget that there are some huge global problems, particularly in the developing world, that need to be solved for the benefit for us all. But we have to take charge soon and make it so. Unfortunately, our historical footprints tell us that this is a total impossibility. It's so true, man. We never learn from history, do we? You never learn your lesson. You never learn your lesson. You never learn your lesson, man. Society will tear itself apart. The root cause will remain the same. We have no clue about what we are doing, but we are the best at telling others what to do. Oh, that's why I'm humble, man. I never tell people what to do. I am so humble. I just let the people talk, man. In this short, no, we're not going to watch this video. We're not going to watch this video. And I think after that, it's just comments on the article. Yeah, I think that's it for the article right there. So yeah, peeps, that's a very, very, very plausible thing that can happen. I'm telling you, man, we're gonna see it this month. It's gonna be more prevalent next month, and you watch. By the end of the year, it's gonna be you're gonna notice it. You're gonna notice it. We're all gonna go through this, each and every one of us. If you're not an elitist, you're definitely gonna go through it, and it's okay. It's okay. You know. We have each other. We do have each other. So please, we have God. Something that the elitists don't have is God. We have God. We have Christ. But that's only if you're willing to have him in your life. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see what I got here in the bar. See. Hold on for a moment. I gotta put this little charger on my laptop here. All right, let me go up here to the chat to see what's going on here before I let you guys go. Had a blast today, man. I really had a blast. So, let's see. Whiskey says, God has bigger plans for you, bartender. I think so, man. It's beginning to seem like it. And thank you for saying that, because, I think so. To what degree it is, I really don't know. I really don't know. But I tell you this, he's definitely given me inspiration to make videos. And I'm not talking about this live show. I'm talking about actually making videos. Because man, when I was doing that, I started 2 days ago creating a video for the intro for the new show on Sundays, and man, I was so into it, man. It was a pleasing thing, and I think so. I really do think so. I think I can agree with you on that. See, Q&A says Lat is on time for me. Oh, late is on time for me. Well, to be honest, because we're all on God's time, right? Everything that happens to us is all in God's time, so I guess we're never late. I guess we're never late. I guess it's fair to say something like that, right? We're never late. 1911 says it's up to us and God. Yeah, mostly on God, though. Because he's the one we're like the chess pieces for him, and he's moving us. But he's moving us in a way to set us up for success and to glorify him. So I definitely believe in that for sure. Definitely believe in sure. Whiskey says we are the change we expect because God was pissed. Nephilim were breeding with humans. Yeah. And you see it happen again with the whole transhumanism and the whole confusion of sexes. It's happening again, man. And these are the signs that the coming it's coming soon. The second coming is very, it's like, I don't know. I think it's real soon, because these things are happening once again. Once again. And even after the flood, I don't know what the hell happened where people just went back to the same old ways to repeat the cycle again. But, I just don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't get it. They will try, says 1911. They sure will. They sure will. Anyhow, let me drop the before I let you go, let me drop the my what you call it? I don't even know what you call it. Let me drop my link tree there for my for all the places where you can support me or give me a follow on social media. My link tree is up there in the chats. Please, look, the truth of the matter is content creators like myself rely on people like you to help us grow. And I'm not all I'm just asking is a follow on social media. I mean, yeah, it's nice to receive financial help from you guys, but I'd like to grow the channel too and expand out. So in order for me to do that, I need more people following me on social media. And look, I know some of you have qualms about certain types of social media. I get it. I get it. But at least use social media for the reason it's supposed to be used for, is to kind of support people like me, content creators that are trying to get, trying to spread the word out there to more people. Let's not be stingy about the word, guys. Help me spread it out to everybody else. I'm just asking. I am just asking. So I'm on Facebook, Instagram, CLOUTHUB, Gab, Twitter, Truth Social, Yankee Tango, Rumble. If you don't know what Yankee Tango is, it's YouTube. BitChute. I also do recorded content on my Anchor.fm channel. And I know I haven't updated it in a few weeks, maybe about a month, and I have to get back into it because I'm currently doing like a research thing on the Jesuit order and of the founder, which is what's his name? Loyola something. Dang, I forgot, man. His name is Ignatius Loyola. I'm doing a research thing on him, and I'm sharing that on my recorded content podcast, which is at Anchor.fm. You can find everything on that link tree. If you can also follow me on Twitch as well. You know, Twitch is a good resource for content creators. So I'm really asking you guys to help me out here. You know, I know some of you guys give the gold pills. That's fine. I feel blessed just getting some of that from you guys. But also, if you can please help me out on the social media end of things to help grow this show, it'll help out a lot. And also, if if you haven't followed me on pill.net or the foxhole.app, please do so. At the Speak Uneasy, man. I'm going to do a big overhaul of this show. And being that now that I learned how to make, now I know how to produce videos, like the basic picture collage videos. Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to start making some stuff. So, Whiskey, is it your birthday? Nobody wished me happy birthday, and my birthday passed about a week ago. But then again, I don't advertise that. I don't advertise my birthday. I really don't. To me, my birthday is just another day. Happy birthday to you, though, brother. And may God bless you. Whiskey, I'm going to tell you this, and I mean this from my heart. I sincerely mean this. May God bless you with your birthday. May you find happiness with your family members and friends. And may God also bless you with many more years to come. Find that happiness, my friend. Find that happiness. I will pray for you to find the right one, man. I will pray for you to find the right one, because I believe the reason God has put us all here, man and woman, is for us to find that special one and be happy and, settle down. Doesn't matter how old you are. In age is what I mean, but I'll be praying for you, my brother. Let's see. So yeah, also, I know I have to throw this out too. You can also support the bar financially through my PayPal, Venmo, Cash App link, and also purchasing something at the merch store. The 30% discounts are over. They're done. Like nobody was buying anything. And here's the sad part about it is that there's a brand new shirt design there too. There's a brand new shirt design there. And I will be making a commercial for that. Since now that I know how to make videos, I will be making a video. I'll be making commercial videos on my merch. So please check it out if you can on the link tree right there. Right there, guys, on the link tree. No excuses. Please help me grow. I agree with you, Sea Dragon. Yes, screw the Jesuits. Absolutely. They have a big hand in this world. And boy, have they really skewed religion as well. They have skewed religion as well. Big time. Big time. Well, before I let you guys go, I propose a toast to Whiskey Blue. Happy birthday to you, my brother. And like I said, may God bless you with many more years to come. Although these times that are coming are going to be rough, may God bless you and keep you happy throughout these times. these hard times, just keep you, like, unscathe you. Unscathe you, my man. Whiskey, cheers to you, my brother. Woo. Anyhow, I had a good time today. I'm glad I was able to do this solo cholo. And the bar will be open again, man, I want to say tomorrow, but I think tomorrow I'm just too busy. I am just too busy to open up. It'll be tentative. I may open up the bar tomorrow at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time to do my midday mix session. I may or may not. It's going to be tentative. So I will be posting that up on my social medias and also on pill.net. If I do decide to do it tomorrow morning, I will post it. So if you're not following me already, you got to, because you'll know when I'm going to be on. And if I'm not on tomorrow afternoon, rather today afternoon, the bar will be open for our new show, for the new show here on Sundays at 10 p.m. Central Time, called Go Back to Sleep. And if you're a music fan, it's definitely a show to check out. What we do is we take a song, we take the lyrics of the song, the music video, the artist, and a little brief history on all those things, and we also dissect what the meaning of the song is, whether it be through the lyrics, whether it be through the music video, or whether it be what the intentions are the artists have. And man, I tell you, I'm throwing you. It's gonna be a throw off this Sunday, because I picked an artist and a song that nobody would even think that there's any kind of messaging to it. But man, I've done a little bit of digging on this song and artist. Well, not the artist per se, but this song in particular. And if you want to find out what the song is, you got to come back here on Sunday, 10 p.m. Central Time, as I will hopefully have Mr. C, but I will definitely have Java for sure. And I really enjoy having Java on, giving his musical perspective, because he is a man of music. Matter of fact, he and I are going to be meeting up this Saturday to start creating some music. So be on the lookout for that too. I'm going to be doing stuff and throwing it out here on the channel when it comes to music stuff. I've already, showed how much I love music by my DJing here. But I'm very excited to be meeting up with Java this Saturday in order for us to work on something, because I really think that, this whole music industry here, all over the world, it's tainted. It's tainted. I hate to tell you guys, but the whole music industry is tainted if you are with a big record company. So being the times now where independent artists can kind of throw their stuff out there, and I'm not looking for any kind of fame or I'm not looking to become a rich man off of this. I'm doing it because I just love music, and I really want to change the culture of how music is, because there's a lot of music out there that glorify the devil, and I want to do the opposite. I want to be able to put out like cool music out there that glorifies God and give God the cred he deserves, So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. It's going to be a fun time. So, if I'm not on today at 1 p.m. Central Time, be on the lookout for the Sunday show, Go Back to Sleep, with me, Mr. C, and Java. So, as I leave you guys tonight, always remember to be kind to one another. And if an opportunity ever presents itself to pick somebody up, please do so. Especially with the times that are going on right now, with what people are going through with what people are going through right now, lend them a hand. Lend them a hand. Pick them up. Help pick them up. One of these days, you're going to need it. You're going to be needing the one to be picked up. Treat others the way you'd want to be treated, pretty much. So, with all that being said,
The bar is now closed.
I can't help but wonder if I'm under a spell. It's more than a passing notion. I've never fallen with such devotion. I can't help but wonder if it's only a dream. Am I naive or can I believe that things are really as they seem? Can anyone explain how to understand what's true? I know I just can't tame it. Whenever I'm with you, I can't help but wonder if you wonder about me. 'Cause lately I can't help but wonder how wonderful this might be. Can anyone explain it? How to understand what's true? I know I just can't take it. Whenever I'm with you, but wonder if you wonder about me. 'Cause lately I can't help but wonder how wonderful this might be. 'Cause lately I can't help